Enchanting, whimsical, artist GinaBella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions. Expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay, her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, GinaBella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on GinaBella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444.
Hi, good evening. I'm GinaBella. I am a local artist in Delray Beach, Florida, and I'm here tonight at the Brooklyn Cafe. And I just wanted to talk about my art and what I want to offer and my classes and just a little bit about what I do. And beside me are some of my pieces that I've done and that's here at the Brooklyn Cafe. So I just want to let everybody know that I've been an artist for many, many years. And I've worked in I implemented and started a program in a private school in Fort Lauderdale. I implemented the pottery after school program. So that was a lot of fun for me. I did that for about 11 years. And I'll see parents now, and their kids are grown and married, and I had them in that class when they were probably, I did first grade up through sixth grade. So just recently I ran into this woman, and she said that her child still has the pieces that she did in my class. And of course the mom still had pieces when she was in first grade. So that's really heartwarming to me that, they found the classes to be so special and the pieces that meant everything. Because every piece that the kids would do, it would have a story behind it. So I do that, and I've been doing that for a while. I do a lot of corporate events as well, and corporate bonding events and things like that, where everybody will do a painting together, like those sip and paints, but without the sip because it's at the workplace. And I've done clay sculpting classes as well for the corporate. They would have me come in, and it would be a corporate bonding, and everybody would do the same piece. Like, for instance, like these hope hearts, something small like this, that has little messages on the back. That has been done, or that could be done corporately, where everybody can make a piece, and then once it's all done, they could give it to somebody else, or, a business per se. I could do hope hearts for a business, and it could have your corporate name on the back, or a little message, or your logo on the back. So there's so many different avenues with art and where it can go. I have done in the past, I worked with the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts, because there is a part where they earn badges. So they would do clay sculpting classes, and I would teach them, and they would come over and they would see my kiln, and they would learn about the glazes and things like that. The kids absolutely loved it. And they would make a piece, and they absolutely loved that. And they would go home, and they would be able to, they earned their badge for pottery, and there was another one for sculpting. It depends upon how deep they wanted to get into doing that. So I've done that as well. I do a lot of paint your own pottery parties with women's groups in churches and different events and things like that. So that's a lot of fun to do. So I'm local. I do things via Zoom as well. I send out kits to people. If someone wants to participate in a clay sculpting class, it would be set up prior to the class, a few weeks prior to the class, and I'll send them out a kit of everything they need, whether it's clay sculpting, jewelry making, or little canvas painting. They'll get everything they need, just like they were in front of me. And we do it via Zoom together. So that's a lot of fun. And you can have your friends with you in your house and things like that. I've also done a lot of events for children's birthday parties, of clay sculpting. The kids love it. They pick a theme, and we go with the theme. Like the last one I did, it was like a pizza party theme. So everybody made little plates for pizza. And so they would take that home, after it was done, I would get that back to them, and they would have that for their own personal slice pizza plate. So things like that I've done. There's a lot you could do with art, and I just love it. I love it so much. And the pieces that I have here at the Brooklyn Cafe, all the pieces tell a story. And here's a few little pieces here, but there's a lot of stories and there's a lot of passion that goes into all of my art. And I've been doing it ever since I was a little girl. And this is what I do. This is what I love to do. And I just want to let you know that I'm here. If you would like to get your children into some kind of art camp over the summer, because it's summertime now, and I know the moms and dads are always looking for things for their kids to do. So I'm here. Right now, I do camps during the week in the evenings, and I do camps on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. So if you're interested in all, please just give me a call or email me or text me, whichever is easiest for you. My phone number is 954-857-5444, because I would love to artistically guide your child over the summer. It would be a lot of fun for them. You can email me at livinglifeartfully@gmail.com. And I would love to hear from you. So if you're out there and you're listening and you have questions or anything, please give me a call right now. The call will go through Studio A, and the phone number is 888-994-4995. That's 888-994-4995. If you have questions or want to know a little bit more about me and my art, just call me. I'd love to sit here and chat with you for the next 10 minutes or so. So I have done a lot of different art shows in the past, going to the different art shows, and it's a lot of work, but I love doing it. I met a lot of people doing that. I've done a lot of custom pieces that way, where I'll meet someone and they like the painting or the pottery that they see and they want to change it up a little bit. So it's nice to just meet the person who wants a piece of me, which is a piece of my art. So I've done that before. But my passion really lies in teaching, and I love that. I make my own pieces, and I hang them in the gallery here. But I love to teach, and I love to help people just learn art and just fall in love with art. Because if you can think about it, you can sculpt, think it, you can be guided to paint it. It may not come out 100% of what you wish would come out because you think you're not an artist, but believe me when I tell you, from children to adults both, of who I've taught. Once they're done with the piece, they're just astounded on how the piece would come out. Like they didn't realize that they really had it in them. So it's really obtainable and it's like an escape. It's like a therapy. You know, I'm not an art therapist. I never went that route to get licensed for that. But I would say I do therapy and art. So let's kind of switch it around a little bit. So I'm not an art therapist, but I do therapy and art where it's such a stress relief. It's like a stress reliever type of time when we sit there and we paint or we sculpt and just creating alone. It gives us that stress relief and just when you're done, you know, you sit back and you look at what you've done and, you know, you're proud of what you've created and it has depth and it has meaning onto what you've created and why we were creating a piece together. I love it. I do art like almost every day. And it's like my relief, my release, my relief, however you want to call it. It is just, it's I get lost in it. I have to kind of check my time every once in a while because it'll be like 1, 2 in the morning and I didn't realize it was like that late. I just get lost in what I'm doing. So, you know, so I do a lot of classes and I do all of that stuff. I would love to hear from you if you are interested in attending one of my Zoom classes or meeting in person. I come to you for groups of 5 or more, or it's by appointment only, basically, if you want to do like a one-on-one type of class. The classes can range for a one-time only thing. It could be a one-time only event, or I have a series of classes for pottery I'm speaking of, where it is like 6 weeks of classes. You'll sculpt, then I'll bring it back, we'll paint, and if we have time, we'll sculpt again. I'll bring it back, you'll paint it, we'll sculpt again. So you can get in at least 4 to 5, maybe 6 pieces, depending upon the situation and the schedule and the time. The classes are usually 2 hours each for pottery. And for painting, depending, it could be 1.5 hours to 2 hours as well. All the supplies are included in the prices. Every price is different because it depends upon the piece. And the same thing that goes with the jewelry, you know, jewelry making. I do classes on jewelry making as well. So there's so much to choose from, and there's so much fun to be had with those different classes. So if you're interested, give me a call, 888-994-4995 right now, so we can chat about it. Maybe you have a request that I didn't mention that you might want to kind of bounce off me to see if that's something I do as well. Or you can always give me a call on my personal cell at 954-857-5444 after the show, or email me at livinglifeartfully@gmail.com. I do have a class coming up at the end of this month. It's going to be via Zoom, and it is little pendants that are kites. And the class is called Go Fly a Kite. So if you want to participate in that, there's still time where you can sign up for that class. Just go to my website, livinglifeartfully.com, and scroll down to where it says the classes, and you'll be able to see what the piece looks like. The one I did, everybody's piece is going to be a little different. It's a piece out of pottery that everybody's going to make. I ship the kit to you, so you have everything you need. You send it back to me, and I fire it for you, and then I send it back. If it's local, we'll meet up. I'll give you what you need. Or if you want to host it at your home or things like that, we can have it in your home with other people around the world also doing the class. So there's an option there as well. So here's a couple pieces I've done. This one here is a little functional birdhouse that I've done. And this is really cute. You can keep it outside. You know, it's here at the studio, at the gallery here for sale if you're interested in that. I made a little plate for the Brooklyn Cafe show. And along with that plate, I had hooked up with an artist because for Christmas, I made all these plates for the people who I love and care about that would represent just something in their life, like a little story about them and things that they love and, you know, something like that. So I made all these different plates for so many different people. And I hooked up with this artist who is a woodworker who I absolutely love. And he makes these little tops that spin. So what I did is I made these plates and I had the top go along with the plate. And it's just like a cute little fun thing to do where you can put the plate down and you could spin the top on the plate. So, or you could use the plate for a trinket dish, or actually all the paints that I use are lead-free and food safe. So even if the paints are on, you know, the birdhouse or, you know, the plaque or anything like that, it's all lead-free and food safe. Not to say that you would eat off of this, but you could because the paints are safe. So, you know, there's that. And I make wooden signs with my art on it and paintings that are usually full of glitter because I love glitter and diamond dust and all of that. There is prints that I also have. If you go on my website, you can see all the different prints that you can order. They're all different types, and they come in 3 different sizes. And if you like it as is, or you can embellish it where I could put glitter, diamond dust on it, little places here or there. So that works out well with the prints. So you could always do that. And, you know, so my art is so diverse. It's like doing wood, and it is pottery, and, it's prints from my art being on the prints and things like that. So there's always that you could, you can get. So it's really fun. I enjoy it so much. I'd love to hear from you. I know I keep saying that, but I really would. I would love to hear what your passion is. Maybe it's not art, maybe it's singing, or maybe it's dancing. And to me, that's a form of art. So I would love to hear what you do for your outlet, or what your passion is of what you do. So call me here at the studio, 888-994-4995, because I would love to just kind of converse back and forth just to know what you do and who's listening, and what makes your world complete and what makes you happy. My art makes me happy. Doing my art and teaching, that makes me so happy. I could be having a really bad day, but if I pick up a paintbrush or put some clay in my hands or whatnot, that makes my whole entire day, where just the weight of my shoulders just falls off. So that basically goes back to therapy art. Not art therapy, but therapy art. So anyway, I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll see you back here in a minute. So please give me a call if you'd like. See you soon. Okay, so maybe we won't go to commercial break, but that's okay. I can just sit here and talk to you all day and all night. That's fine. So what else can I talk about my art? I did this little piece. I did this over the Lives Matter thing. And I know everybody has a lot of different opinions on the Lives Matter. But you know what? To me, every life matters. Even dogs' lives matter. I made a painting here with 2 dogs, and it was called, it was along those lines of lives matter as well. So I just, yeah, sure, okay, I'll take a break, and we'll come back shortly. See you in a minute.
Creative, enchanting, whimsical. Artist GinaBella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions. Expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay, her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, GinaBella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on GinaBella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444.
Okay, thanks for coming back for my short little break. Like I was saying before, this little piece here, I don't know if you can see it that well, but it says peace, love, and happiness, and it has glitter on it, and it's 2 people just grasping hands together. And, that's a very special piece because all lives do matter, no matter who you are. We all need to just love one another and help one another and have each other's back. That's what life is all about, just living out your life to create a legacy of like love and happiness. That's what I believe in. This is my newest piece here that I kind of just recently did. It's not really done yet. There's a few little things I need to add to it. I'm thinking about possibly outlining the letters, maybe in black paint. So I'm not quite done yet. And it says, "You are loved." And I sculpted some roses on it. So this is a cute little plaque where you can hang anywhere. So once it's done, it'll be here at the studio if you want to take a look at it and maybe purchase it. And of course, my pineapple that everybody loves. It's been here forever. And I think its home is here. I'm not sure, but it's been here forever. So I would love to host classes for you. I would love to just, creatively help you and do summer camps and whatever artistic situation you want to be in. I could help you out there.
About the pieces you made for Eileen.
Oh, I had made some pieces for Eileen, who does a show here. And what's her show called again? It All Starts With You. That's right. How can I forget? And I did a Pray for the World. It All Starts For You. These little plaques that she fell in love with, and she's giving them away to her clients, and she loves that. And so I could do that as well. Thinking in the back of my head, I might artistically make these little subscription box type of things where it has like little pieces of my art. Like for instance, maybe it'll have like a hope heart that I turn into a magnet, or it'll have, a bigger piece. Maybe it'll be like a little birdhouse or something. Those are just some examples. But I'm kind of thinking about it. So maybe towards the end of the summer, I might offer some subscriptions where you can obtain some of my art in small form, um, you know, every month or every other month. You know, I might do like a 3-month subscription. I might do a monthly subscription where you can get some of my pieces. And, you know, so that's another way to be able to get some of your art in your home or, you know, give it away to somebody who absolutely loves art. That's always a great thing as well.
What's your favorite piece?
My favorite piece is basically probably anything with glitter. I love glitter. I don't really have like a favorite piece. The only thing I will say is that a lot of times I'll put so much of my emotions into some of my pieces that I just don't want to sell them or give them away. But I do. I kind of like, you know, get myself together and I will let them go. But I think that's a hard thing for me is to let my pieces go after I've put so much into my paintings or my pottery per se. So there's always that. So the phone number here again, for the next 5 minutes, if you want to chat with me, you can call 888-994-4995. I would love to talk to you next 5 minutes. If you don't have time to talk now, or you're driving, or you're still at work, or you're busy, I would love to have, you know, just some correspondence with you. You could always email me.
I'm loving this as a fidget spinner.
Yes, that's true. That's the fidget spinner. And that's what it was meant for. People love it. It's like a stress relief, fun little thing.
I got lucky on that one.
Yeah.
And you'll design these for anybody?
I will design them for anybody. I will put anything on the little plate that you want. I'll put your logos, or I'll put, you know, just something that you love. For my son, he was in the Army, and I put some Army stuff on there. For my dad, who's 92 years old, he used to play. He used to play a musical instrument when he was younger in the Army. So I painted a musical instrument on there for him. You know, so I'll do it for anybody. I've put, you know, music groups like Rush and, you know, Queen and whatever you like, I put it on there.
So kids could make these,
Kids could totally make them.
and then they have their own little fidget spinner?
Yep, they have their own fidget spinner.
Birthday parties?
Birthday parties,
Home camp?
totally. Home camp, we do that.
What would you do for home camp?
Home camp, we do, if it's a week-long thing, or if it's just a weekend, it depends upon how much time it is. But there's so many different things. There's collage making, and it's always high-end things. It's not like, you know, little things that, you know, you can get at like the dollar store. It's nothing like that. It's high-end pieces that are easy to do for the kids or even for the adults. If you want to have your own little adult camp, that's always fun too.
Like a girls' night out?
Like a girls' night out or a girls' weekend type of thing. You know, a lot of times people could fly in and they'll stay at a local hotel, and then we'll all get together and we'll do like an art camp during the day. So that's always fun as well too. Yeah.
And these are great for branding.
Yes, these are great for branding. I could put people's logos on them. I could put special messages if you want to give that to somebody. You know, the options are really endless when it comes to art. You could do so much with it.
And if someone wants this, Pray for the World,
Yes.
what is this?
This is on the back. It says, write your own story. Now, I could do this for you. You could go with my own story. On the back, it has, you know, love grows here, collect memories, family first, find joy, you make me smile, I love you more than you know. You know, just like little tiny phrases is what's on this one. But if you want your own custom piece, you can just let me know, and I could put your own words on the back. If you want to switch this up, it doesn't always have to be Pray for the World. It could be like a little wedding theme I can make, and you want to propose to somebody. I could write the proposal on the back, or it's endless on what someone can do with art, and, how unique it could be, and what a great memory and what a great piece it could be for somebody to create something very, very special, either for yourself because you fell in love with it, or for somebody else, really.
How do they call you?
You can call me on my personal cell, 954-857-5444, or you could text me. You can email me at livinglifeartfully@gmail if you want more information, or you can check out my website, and you could always message me there as well, and that's livinglifeartfully.com. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was fun. I hope I didn't talk your ears off by just talking, but I hope you learned a little bit. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again. Good night.
Creative, enchanting, whimsical. Artist GinaBella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions. Expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay, her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, GinaBella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on GinaBella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444.